Do your knees hurt the moment you stand up from a chair, or feel stiff and unstable when you climb the stairs? Does walking for just a few minutes leave you with aching knees that force you to slow down or stop altogether? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Millions of adults over 60 experience daily knee pain, and most have been told the same discouraging message: it's just aging. Learn to live with it. But what if that wasn't the full truth? What if knee pain isn't simply about getting older, but about what your knees are no longer getting enough of? What if stiffness, swelling, and weakness are actually signals that the right kind of movement has been missing, sometimes for years? Here's the surprising part. Many seniors unknowingly avoid certain movements out of fear of pain, and that avoidance quietly makes the knees weaker, stiffer, and more painful over time. It becomes a frustrating cycle. Less movement leads to more pain. More pain leads to even less movement, but the cycle can be reversed. In this video, you will learn 5 essential exercises that have helped many seniors regain mobility, reduce stiffness, and move as if they were 20 years younger. Exercise number 2 is the most powerful, and one senior shared this after trying it. This exercise is a game changer. At 62, I can finally walk longer without knee pain. You definitely don't want to miss that. Before we get started, welcome if this is your first time here. How old are you right now? Drop your age in the comments. We are reading and replying to each single one. Hit like, subscribe, and drop your country in the comments so we know where our family is growing from. Let's begin. Why knees hurt as we age. One of the most common reasons knee pain becomes more noticeable after 60 is a condition called knee osteoarthritis. For decades, it was described as simple wear and tear, as if your knees were like old car tires that slowly wear down until nothing can be done but replace them. That explanation made many people feel powerless and afraid to move. But research now tells a much more hopeful story. Osteoarthritis is not just about age. Yes, time plays a role, but the real drivers of knee pain are often weakness, stiffness, poor circulation, and reduced joint nourishment. These are factors we can influence, especially through the right kind of movement. Instead of thinking of your knees as worn-out parts, imagine them like living plants. If a plant isn't watered or exposed to sunlight, it weakens and dries out. But when you give it what it needs, it can recover, grow stronger, and function better. Your knees work the same way. Movement is the water and sunlight your knee joints need. When you move correctly and consistently, exercise helps in several powerful ways. It strengthens the muscles around the knee, which reduces pressure on the joint itself. It improves flexibility and range of motion, allowing the knee to move smoothly instead of stiffly. And it increases blood flow, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help maintain cartilage and joint health. When movement is missing, the knee slowly loses these supports, and pain follows. Now that you understand why exercise truly matters, let's move on to the 5 essential exercises that make the biggest difference. Exercise 5. Quadriceps activation, quads over roll. The quadriceps are the large, powerful muscles at the front of your thigh, and they play a major role in protecting your knees, especially during everyday movements like standing up from a chair, climbing stairs, walking, and maintaining balance. As we age, these muscles naturally weaken if they are not used regularly. Knee pain itself also causes the quadriceps to shut down, creating a vicious cycle. Pain leads to weakness, and weakness leads to more pain. Quadriceps activation is one of the safest and most effective ways to break that cycle. This exercise strengthens the muscle without bending the knee or placing body weight on it, which makes it ideal for seniors dealing with stiffness, arthritis, or instability. Here's how to do it correctly. Sit on a bed or flat surface with your legs straight and relaxed. Place a rolled towel under one knee so it is slightly elevated. Slowly press the back of your knee downward into the towel by tightening the front of your thigh. You should feel the quadriceps engage and the kneecap gently lift upward. Hold this contraction for 10 seconds, then fully relax. Perform 10 repetitions on each leg, 2 to 3 times a day. Although this movement looks simple, its benefits are well documented. A 2021 clinical study found that consistent quadriceps strengthening significantly reduced knee pain and improved walking speed, balance, and overall mobility in adults with knee osteoarthritis within just 6 weeks. The study emphasized that slow, controlled contractions were more effective than forceful or rushed movements. Common mistake is pushing too hard or trying to muscle through the exercise. This often causes unnecessary strain and can irritate the joint. The goal is control, not force. Think of gently turning the muscle back on rather than overpowering it. As strength improves, you can progress this exercise into a straight leg raise to add more challenge. If pain is severe, you can make it gentler by using a larger towel to reduce pressure under the knee. Is it safe to exercise painful knees? Yes. Not only is it safe, it's essential. A 2024 clinical guideline confirmed that mild discomfort during exercise is normal and does not mean damage is occurring. In fact, avoiding movement often worsens stiffness and pain over time. Think of your knee joint like honey. When it sits still, it thickens and stiffens. When it's gently warmed and stirred, it flows smoothly. Exercise does the same for your joints by improving lubrication, circulation, and flexibility. Remember this simple rule: motion is lotion, rest is rust. Exercise 4. Hamstrings and glutes, glute bridge. The hamstrings and glute muscles are two of the most important and most overlooked muscle groups when it comes to knee health after 60. While the quadriceps control the front of the knee, the hamstrings stabilize it from behind, and the glutes act as the body's main shock absorbers during walking, standing, and climbing stairs. When these muscles are weak, the knee is forced to handle forces it was never designed to manage alone, leading to pain, stiffness, and a feeling of instability. The glute bridge is one of the most effective exercises for activating both the hamstrings and glutes at the same time, without placing pressure directly on the knees. Stronger glutes help align the hips and legs properly, reducing inward knee collapse, a common contributor to knee pain and arthritis progression. To perform the exercise, lie on your back on a firm surface with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Position your heels close enough to your body that you can push through them comfortably. Slowly press through your heels and lift your hips toward the ceiling while squeezing your glute muscles. Your body should form a straight line from shoulders to knees at the top. Hold briefly, then lower your hips slowly and with control back to the floor. Avoid arching your lower back or pushing too high. Perform 2 sets of 10 repetitions, resting between sets. Focus on slow, steady movement rather than speed. You should feel the work in your glutes and the back of your thighs, not in your knees or lower back. Scientific research strongly supports this approach. A 2020 study published in a clinical rehabilitation journal showed that strengthening the glutes and hamstrings significantly reduced knee pain and improved walking mechanics in older adults with knee osteoarthritis. Participants who train these muscles experience better knee stability and less joint stress during daily activities. If this exercise feels too challenging at first, an easier option is standing knee curls. Hold onto a chair for balance and slowly bend one knee at a time, bringing your heel towards your glutes. This gently activates the hamstrings with minimal strain. For those ready to progress, single-leg glute bridges increase the challenge by requiring more strength and balance, further improving knee support. Strong hamstrings and glutes don't just reduce pain, they restore confidence in movement, making walking smoother, safer, and more comfortable again. Exercise 3. Static wall squat. The static wall squat is one of the most effective exercises for strengthening the knee joint itself, especially after the age of 60. Unlike fast or deep squats that can place excessive stress on the knees, this controlled, supported movement allows you to build strength safely while keeping the joint stable. It strengthens the quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes at the same time, creating balanced support around the knee and reducing unwanted joint movement that often leads to pain and inflammation. One of the biggest benefits of the static wall squat is that it trains the muscles to hold and stabilize the knee during everyday activities. Standing in place, waiting in line, cooking, or slowly lowering yourself into a chair all require this type of strength. When these muscles are weak, the knee joint absorbs more load than it should, increasing irritation and stiffness. To perform the exercise, stand with your back flat against a wall. Step your feet forward about 2 feet so they are comfortably in front of your hips. Keep your feet hip-width apart and your toes pointing forward. Slowly slide your back down the wall by bending your knees, lowering into a squat position. Stop as soon as you feel challenged but still comfortable. There should be no sharp pain. Hold this position for 10 seconds, then slowly slide back up the wall to standing. Start with 5 repetitions. As your strength improves, you can increase either the depth of the squat or the length of the hold. Even adding just a few extra seconds makes a meaningful difference over time. Always prioritize control and proper posture over depth. Research strongly supports this type of exercise. A 2019 study on isometric exercises for knee osteoarthritis found that static muscle contractions, like wall squats, significantly reduced knee pain and inflammation while improving strength and function. Because the muscles are activated without joint movement, isometric holds are particularly effective for painful or sensitive knees. A common mistake is going too low too soon. This can overload the joint and cause unnecessary discomfort. Remember, the goal is gradual strengthening, not forcing the knee into deep positions. Another mistake is holding your breath. Steady breathing helps relax surrounding muscles and reduces tension in the joint. The static wall squat teaches your knees how to tolerate load again in a safe, controlled way. Over time, this restores confidence, reduces swelling, and makes everyday movements feel easier and more stable. Exercise 2, knee flexion and extension. Knee flexion and extension is one of the most underrated yet essential movements for long-term knee comfort, especially after 60. While strength protects the knee, flexibility and joint lubrication are what keep it moving smoothly and pain-free. When the knee isn't regularly taken through its natural range of motion, stiffness builds up, circulation slows, and the joint begins to feel tight, achy, and difficult to move, particularly in the morning or after sitting for long periods. This exercise focuses on gently bending and straightening the knee to restore that lost movement. It directly improves flexibility while also stimulating the production and circulation of synovial fluid, the natural lubricant inside your joints. Synovial fluid nourishes cartilage and reduces friction between joint surfaces. Without regular movement, this fluid becomes thicker and less effective, which is why knees often feel stiff after rest. To perform this exercise, lie comfortably on your back with both knees bent. Slowly straighten one leg as far as feels comfortable, then gently bend it back to the starting position. The movement should be smooth and controlled, never forced. Repeat this motion 10 to 15 times on one knee, then switch to the other. Keep your breathing relaxed and allow the knee to move naturally. This is not a strength exercise, so there should be no straining or muscle burning. Instead, the goal is to restore ease of motion. Think of it as oiling the joint rather than working it hard. Scientific evidence strongly supports this approach. A 2018 study on joint mobility and osteoarthritis found that regular knee flexion and extension exercises significantly reduced morning stiffness and improved joint function in older adults. The researchers highlighted improved synovial fluid circulation as a key factor in reducing pain and improving comfort during daily activities. One of the biggest advantages of this exercise is when and how often it can be done. It is especially effective first thing in the morning, when stiffness is usually at its worst, and again before bed to reduce overnight tightness. Many seniors notice that consistent practice leads to easier walking, smoother stair use, and less creaking or discomfort when standing up. A common mistake is rushing through the movement or pushing into pain. Gentle range always beats aggressive stretching. Over time, the knee will naturally begin to move farther and feel freer. This simple exercise reminds the knee how to move again, keeping it nourished, flexible, and ready for the demands of everyday life. Exercise 1. Aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercise is often the missing piece in long-term knee pain relief, especially after 60. While strength and mobility exercises support the joint locally, aerobic movement improves how the entire body works together. It enhances circulation, reduces inflammation, improves cartilage nutrition, and helps control body weight, all of which directly affect knee pain and function. When you move rhythmically for an extended period, blood flow increases throughout the legs. This delivers oxygen and nutrients to the knee joint and helps remove inflammatory byproducts that contribute to stiffness and soreness. Aerobic exercise also stimulates the release of natural pain-relieving chemicals in the brain, often leading to noticeable pain reduction even after short sessions. Another important benefit is joint conditioning. Regular aerobic movement trains the knees to tolerate load gradually and safely. This is especially important for seniors who may avoid activity out of fear of pain, unintentionally weakening the joint over time. Consistent, low-impact aerobic exercise restores confidence and makes everyday tasks like walking, shopping, or climbing stairs feel easier again. You don't need to do high-impact workouts to get these benefits. In fact, low-impact activities are ideal for protecting the knees while still improving endurance and mobility. Choose activities you enjoy, such as walking, cycling, swimming, dancing, using an elliptical machine, or even water aerobics. Enjoyment matters because it increases consistency, and consistency is what produces results. Scientific research strongly supports aerobic exercise for knee health. A 2020 study involving older adults with knee osteoarthritis found that regular aerobic activity significantly reduced pain, improved physical function, and enhanced quality of life. Participants who exercise consistently experience better mobility and less stiffness compared to those who remain inactive. The general recommendation is to aim for 150 minutes of moderate aerobic activity per week. That may sound like a lot, but it's completely flexible. You can break it down into manageable sessions. 10 minutes at a time still counts. Starting small is not a weakness. It's the smartest way to build a sustainable habit without overwhelming your joints. A common mistake is trying to do too much too soon. This can lead to soreness and discouragement. Instead, focus on gentle progression. If today you can walk for 10 minutes comfortably, that's a win. Over time, those minutes add up and your knees adapt. Aerobic exercise keeps your knees moving, nourished, and resilient. When combined with the strengthening and mobility exercises you've already learned, it forms a complete system for reducing pain and restoring freedom of movement at any age. To wrap things up, these 5 essential exercises work together to strengthen your knees, restore mobility, and reduce pain, no matter your age. Knee pain is not something you simply have to accept as normal aging. When you combine strength, flexibility, and aerobic movement, you give your joints exactly what they need to stay healthy, supported, and resilient. The key is to start slowly and stay consistent. Small daily movements create big changes over time. And always remember this: your knees respond far better to gentle, regular movement than to long periods of rest. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which exercise are you starting today? Drop a comment below and let us know. If this video helped you, hit the like button and subscribe for more senior health tips. And when you're ready to take this further, click the video on your screen where I'll show you 3 powerful leg strengthening exercises that make walking and climbing stairs feel effortless again. I'll see you there.